here we go. Okay, here it is. As the sun sets today. Yep. Woo. Letter 1 of 1000. Dear friend, I could never spell well, so I apologize for that in advance. Random. That's what this letter might seem to be. 2 years ago, I decided to find my reason for being here on Earth. After traveling around many miles later, I got a thought. Write 1,000 letters to 20 random people in every state. My goal is to encourage you. Very often we try very hard to seclude ourselves and be alone, yet long for love from others. The most precious thing we have while on earth is time. Here is a bit of mine. To love others is to invest your time into them. Be courageous. Set aside some time and do a kind deed to someone. Challenge others to do so and never lose hope. For the most part, a person gives info because that's the easier path. Take the less traveled one and enjoy life like no one else. Be kind, show love, hug others. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. Don't forget, you will be tested by life every step of the way. Keep on. Never forget that random is only a higher state of order. This is my first letter of 1000. If you found this encouraging, write a letter to someone you love. Write to them and send it. We'll only live but once. Be courageous in all that you do. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. That's my first letter. Second letter of 1000. Dear friend, on June 8th, 2013, around noon, I had a flash, a thought flash, an idea. There's about 300 million people in this country, and most think we are individuals doing our own thing. Generals of old continually used this tactic, divide and conquer. My decision was to write 1,000 letters to randomly chosen addresses. Every letter is unique. I write what is on my heart. Some letters are about me, others are just encouragements. In 2009-ish, I tried a venture, a business. In short, it was selling tombstones for people. In Psalm 90:12 it says, "Teach us to number our days so that we may grow a heart of wisdom." Then, after a few years, I realized that you can boil down society into 3 groups. First, people who think they have too much time. Second, people who think life is way too short. Third, people who have a healthy balance. The first became laid back and never accomplished much. The second, like a mosquito, become vicious and get what they want at any cost. And the third group are generally nice people to be around. I understand that this is oversimplified. However, the truth remains. We will live only once here on earth. If you accomplish something, or nothing, or a lot, the price will all be the same, your life. Choose to be great. Help others. Write a letter to someone you love. Hug a few people. Invite a few neighbors for dinner. Be creative. Become the change you want to see in this world. Our most precious gift is the time we have on earth. And so, I sat down and gave you some of mine. So I challenge you to put aside some time and write 2 letters to people you love. Encourage them as they have done to you. God bless. Your unknown friend, Alexei Katko. There's that one. 3. Dear friend, as of... hold on a second. There we go. Whoop, sorry. Dear friend, as of last week, I decided to write 1,000 to people I randomly chose. Then again, as some say, random is a higher state of order. And so, the journey goes on. I only have one goal, to encourage you to keep on going. Time is possibly the most precious thing we are given. So here, I sit and put a few moments of my time for you. I have no agenda. I will write what comes to mind. We are all born. We all die. Life is not safe. It was never meant to be, because none of us get out alive. Take that step of courage. Be bold. You do nothing with your life. I meant to say, if you do nothing with your life, if you do something or something great, the price will be the same. Your life. You will become what you think about the most. So take a step of faith. Love others as many have loved you. To end, I'd like to challenge you to sit and write one letter to any person who has impacted your life and tell them in that letter that their life has impacted yours. A friend you never met, Alexei Katko. There's that one. Letter 4. Dear friend, to live a life of epic, one must lead a life of 1,000 journeys. It was once said, want nothing and you will have everything. It has also been said, become the change you want to see in the world. Last week, I had a thought to write 1,000 letters. This will be my 4th. It might or might not make sense to you. I must say, I have no goal other than to encourage the recipients of my letters to become the person they wanted to be. Take a step, go on that journey. You have but one life to live. There is no such thing as discouragement, just tests which will give to you fresh and new perspectives. Life is a battle of perspectives. Change yours day by day and you will create a new world. So I challenge you to sit down in the next few days and write a letter to a person who has impacted your life. Tell them how they changed you and encourage them to continue. Be courageous, fear not in doing right. From a friend on earth, Alexei Katko. That's that. As I read these letters, I hope that you understand that I am actually reading them to you as well. Dear friend, 19 other randomly chosen Californians will get a handwritten letter from me. I write what is on my mind and hopes to encourage you and others. To you, I'd like to say, gravity is what holds us down to this earth. Some might say bad things about gravity. However, because of gravity, we can do so many things. Accept challenges. Allow yourself some challenges. It is because of them you will grow. Be courageous, be bold, and love those around you. And I would like to challenge you to sit down this week and write a letter to someone who impacted your life. Write it and mail it to them. God bless. Alexei Katko, signed and then Alexei Katko typed. Smiley face. And there's that. Yep. Then, letter 6. Dear friend, today has but now. Turn, look around, walk outside. Feel the water between your toes and the drop of the water rolling down your nose. Look up into the sky, for in them is no lie. I wanted to write to you and 1,000 other randomly chosen people and challenge them to do something different. So next time it rains, go walk in it and get soaked. Take someone along. And before I end, I'd like to challenge you to sit down and write a letter to someone who impacted your life and mail it to them. Life is short, and be courageous. Send them my regard to whomever you write a letter to. Your friend, Alexei Katko. Well, there's that one. The sun is setting, too. It's a pink hue, as you see. Bam. That's the sunset that I'm watching. So, letter 7. Dear friend, to be bold, some few choose to be. Like I said, not the best writing. I wanted to write to you and your family to encourage your pursuit of your personal legend. Your destiny. I wrote desting. I meant destiny. Above all, love well. Sit down and write a few letters of encouragement to a few people who impacted your life. Find their addresses and mail it to them. Recently, I decided to sit down and write 1,000 letters to randomly chosen people. For whatever reason I send this, I hope you become, for whatever reason I send this to you, I hope you become and be what you always wanted to be. Have courage and never lose faith. Your friend, Alexei Katko. There's that one. As you see, my smiley faces eventually change. They go wide, short, all kinds. Yeah. Letter 8. Dear friend. Random? Some take that word for granted. I define it as random, a higher state of order. Be courageous. Don't lose hope. Be bold. Hug everyone. And as I wrote you this letter, I encourage you to do the same this week to at least one other person. And practice the F word like it's a full-time job. Forgiveness. You and 1,000 other people will receive a letter like this, and away for some reason we will always somehow be... Wait. You and 1,000 people will receive a letter like this. In a way, for some reason, we will always somehow be connected, even if it's just by mere random letter. Above all, hug those you love. God bless. Your friend, Alexei Katko. I'm just going to read them exactly as they are. As you see, the sun is getting down. I have 2 more letters. Letter 9. Dear friend, if there is one life to live, then live it well. Live it with love. Few choose loving others. Most just survive day to day. I'd like to encourage you, as well as many others, to be courageous. Never give up. And if you do give anything up, make sure it will be mediocrity. In my life, I have lost many friends and family. But living is dangerous. We can all, and every one of us will die from living on earth. Some choose to cut it short. But you, I want to say you are worth more than anything. Be courageous. Life throws lemons, make lemonade. If rocks, then make sand for kids to play in. Point is, you have it in you for greatness. Great people do little things well. Go and be strong, love others, and hug them. Sit down and write a letter to someone who impacted you. Be bold and be loving. Your friend, Alexei Katko. Then the 10th letter. 10 of 1,000. Dear friend, may the peace of God that transcends all understanding guard your heart and mind, doing all things which are a blessing to all who you come across. Today I write this letter in hopes to encourage you to sit down and do the same to one person who has impacted you in your life, and mail it to them. Every person has a heart for something. Last week I decided to write 1,000 random letters to people and encourage them with whatever came to mind. To you I'd like to say a heart and mind which is not aligned will only bring hardships. Sit down, think hard, take a day or a month, and think about what you really want. As King Solomon said, as a man thinks, so he is. In other words, what you think about most of the time is what you will become. Love God, love people, hug everyone, and be courageous in all your pursuits. Your friend, Alexei Katko. Bam. And the sun has set. As you see, I'm very dark now. I just want to encourage you. I hope that was encouraging. Best of everything to you.